So my name is Maddie Conway. I am a former restaurant worker, and I am now an organizer with the Restaurant Opportunity Centers United. I left the nonprofit sector to become a restaurant worker because of my passion for creating community through food and hospitality. And I loved what I did. I learned that working in the restaurant industry requires a lot of skills, including but not limited to physical strength, interpersonal skills, time management, prioritization. I know there's a lot of folks in the room who've been in the industry, so I know that that's understood by all. I share this with you to illustrate that restaurant workers are professionals. Tipped workers are professionals. People like the workers I meet every day work in the industry because they love it and because they take pride in what they do. I think there's a misconception we sometimes encounter that restaurant workers are in it for a quick buck, or it's an extra job, or it's teenagers who want some extra spending money, or it's only college students who always leave in the summer. The truth is 60% of restaurant workers in Rhode Island are over the age of 24, and 32% of all of Rhode Island's restaurant workers are parents. So we talked a little bit earlier about who is the breadwinner of the family, who's working in the restaurant industry. 32% of workers are parents, and I think that's really important to acknowledge. However, the sub-minimum wage system has made it impossible for these folks who love what they do to actually make a career out of the job that they love, much less buy a house or provide for a family on $2.89 an hour. As other folks said before, living off tips means unstable, variable income. It means exposure to wage theft for workers, and for employers, it means exposure to wage and hour violations. I believe the representative before me referenced the Wage and Hour Department of Labor investigation of 9,000 restaurants that found, to reiterate, that 84% of those restaurants violated the requirement to sort of top off, if you will, tipped workers' earnings to equal out to the minimum wage when divided by their hours. So to continue, living off tips not only creates this situation, which is a liability, I think, on both sides, but it also creates an inability for workers to stand up to customers, coworkers, or their own managers in the face of sexual harassment from those groups, for fear of losing a tip or even a busy shift that could make or break keeping their heads above water. Living off tips also means not being able to plan for your own financial future. This week I spoke with Maria, who is a server at the Johnny Rockets in the mall across the street. And she is a mother of 4. Her oldest child is 12 years old.
That's actually 2 minutes, but I'll let you finish your thought. And then just so you know, and everyone else knows, I want to encourage you to submit written testimony.
Certainly.
So I don't want to cut anyone's point of view off, but I do have to limit the amount of time because, especially the first speakers, they went a lot longer than I anticipated. It's after 6:30, we're only into the third or fourth speaker. We have 156 people, so I want to be fair to everybody because I don't want people to leave and not have a chance to speak. So I'll let you finish your point, and please submit. Even if you don't have it tonight, we'll take emails. Please submit any kind of written testimony you want.
Thanks very much. I'll be sure to do that. To finish my point, I share all of this with you to say that it really is time for the restaurant industry to take responsibility for paying their own workers. Folks who are earning that $15 or $20 an hour working a great service job are earning that from the community members who live in their own communities and are paying their own wages, not from their employers. And it's time to change this system for the benefit of everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maddie.